Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're focusing on an 8-minute core strengthening exercise. You might need a firm cushion or a blanket to support your knees. Starting at the end of your mat, take a deep inhale, raising your hands overhead. Exhale, fold forward, bring your hands to the mat, walking your hands in front of you into plank pose. On your next inhale, bring your knees, chin and chest to the floor. Untuck your toes, bringing your body completely flat on the mat, and move into cobra pose. Take a breath here, and when you're ready, tuck the toes back under, pushing yourself off the mat back into plank and walking the hands back to the feet. Take a deep inhale, lifting all the way up, raising your hands overhead. Repeat this 3 more times. Focus on your breath and listen to your body, making adjustments when needed. On your last sequence, when you come into cobra, take a few deep breaths here. When you're ready, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Tuck your toes under and push your weight back into your heels, getting ready to sit in child's pose. You can spread your knees here if you need to for comfort. Take a deep inhale and exhale here. On your next inhale, thread the right arm underneath the left, placing your face on the mat, opening up the side and stretching out the lower back. Breathing through the stretch. When you're ready, you can bring the right arm back to center, and this time thread the left arm underneath the right. Taking a few deep breaths here. On your next inhale, bring the hand to center, shifting the weight forward and coming into tabletop. Make sure your wrists are in line with your shoulders, your hips are stacked over your knees, and keep the knees slightly apart. When you're ready, extend your right leg back and your left arm in front of you. You're going to bring elbow to knee, doing a few crunches. Remember to find your balance and take your time. On the last one, we're going to stay in tabletop for a few breaths, pushing our foot back, reaching our hand forward. And when you're ready, you can come back into tabletop. We're going to repeat this on the opposite side. So the left leg goes back, the right arm goes forward. And when you're ready, we're going to do a few crunches, bringing elbow to knee. Coming into our last crunch, we're going to extend that left foot back, reaching the right hand forward. And when you're ready, bring them to the mat, back into tabletop. We're going to get ready to do some cat-cow poses. So remember, hips is stacked over knees, wrists under shoulders. Take a deep inhale, arching your back, lifting your head up into cow. Exhale, round the spine, bringing the head down into cat. We're going to do this a few more times. And when you are ready, going to tuck the toes under, push our hips up, and go into downward facing dog. While in downward dog, you can walk out the feet a little, sway the hips from left to right, whichever feels comfortable for you. When you're ready, take a deep inhale, reaching your right hand to the left ankle, twisting out the side of the body as far as you can. If you need to bend your knees here, you can. On your next inhale, release and do the opposite side. After a few deep breaths, release, coming to center, walking your hands towards your feet. Inhale, coming into a half lift. Exhale, folding yourself forward. Take a deep inhale, lifting yourself all the way up, hands go overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down to the side. On your next inhale, lift your hands overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat, stepping your right foot back and going to low lunge. You can keep the knee lifted or place it on the floor, whichever is more comfortable. On your next inhale, raise your right hand all the way up, going into a side twist. Exhale, bring the arm down. Inhale, raise the left. Exhale, bringing it back down to the mat. Take a deep inhale and step the left foot back, going into plank pose. On your exhale, bring the knees, chin and chest to the floor. Inhale, lower yourself all the way down to the mat into cobra pose. Exhale, come back down, tuck the toes under, pushing your weight back into downward facing dog. When you're ready, walk the feet towards the hands. Take an inhale, going into half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Take a deep inhale, raising your hands all the way up overhead. And exhale, bring the hands down to the side. Taking a deep breath, bring the hands overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bringing the hands to the mat, stepping the left foot back. You can keep the knee off the mat or place it on the mat, whichever is more comfortable. When you're ready, we're going to open up the chest, lifting the left hand up, doing a side stretch. Exhale, bring the hand to the mat. Inhale, reaching up the opposite hand. On your exhale, you can bring both hands to the mat, stepping back into plank pose. Take an inhale and bring your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Untuck your toes and lift up into cobra pose. On your exhale, we're going to tuck the toes under, pushing into tabletop. When you're ready, we're going to step back into plank, coming into a side plank this time. You can stack the feet on top of each other or keep one in front of the other for balance. When you're ready, we're going to do the opposite side. Make sure you find your balance. Take a deep breath, come to center. Bring your knees to the mat, untuck your toes, and push back into child's pose. We've reached the end of our practice. I thank you very much for joining me, and I hope that this video helped.